as I was saying, you need to pick one variable and make it either positive or negative of the same number. So looking at number 1, look at your x's very closely. Notice one's a -4 and the other one's a +4. So we don't have to do anything to this. What we want to do is just put a plus sign and put a line under it and add them up. What happens when you have -4 plus 4? They go away. What happens when you have -2 plus 8? That's positive 6y. Now what's -12 and -24? Same sign, so we're going to add them up. We get -36. We divide by 6, so y equals -6. Yes, this was a lot faster because it was already set up for us. But now that we have y, we have to find x. So you're going to either plug it into the first equation or the second. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to plug it into the first equation. So I have -4x minus 2 times -6 equals -12. I need to add my like terms, so I'm going to subtract this 12 to the other side. I'm left with -4x on the left, and on the right I have -24. I divide by -4, so x equals 6. So my final answer, written as a coordinate, remember x comes before y, be very careful of that, is 6 comma -6. Number 2. If you look at the x's, is one positive and one negative of the same number? No. Move on to the y's. Is one positive and one negative of the same number? Yes. So go ahead and pause the video and do this one on your own. My final answer is 10 comma -1. Now be careful with this one. When you found that x was 10, if you didn't bring down that -y and divide by -1, you would have gotten 1, which would have been wrong. Make sure you bring down the sign if you don't use it. So final 10 -1. Remember, that's where these two lines would cross if we were to graph them. Moving on, they're going to get a little bit harder. 3. 8x plus y equals -16. And -3x plus y equals -5. So if you look at the x's, are they the same number but opposite sign? No. Look at y. Are they the same number but opposite sign? No, but they are the same number. This is both +1 and this is both +1. So I need to make one of them a negative. How do I do that? I'm going to multiply by -1. It doesn't matter which problem you do it to. I'm going to do it to the bottom one. Multiply the bottom equation by -1. So that would be 3x now, -y, and +5. Now I'm going to write the top equation again, so they're right on top of each other. Now I can add them up, because when you add them, what's going to happen to the y's? They're now going to eliminate. That's the whole purpose of this. And now that works out very well. Divide by 11. So x equals -1. Now you know you're not done because you have to solve for y as well. So either plug this into the top equation or the bottom one. It doesn't matter. We can just stick to the top one. So we'll do 8 times -1 plus y equals -16. Solving for y, I get y equals -8. So my final answer is -1, comma -8. Final answer. Okay, moving on to number 4. Doesn't matter if you want to eliminate your x's or your y's. You always just want to look for the easiest. So for my x's, I have 5 and 10. And for my y's, I have a positive y and then a negative 7. So if you wanted to eliminate your x's, what would you multiply this one by? Should have said negative 2 because this would make this a negative 10. If you want to multiply if you want to eliminate your y's, you would multiply this top equation by what? It's the opposite of negative 7. Positive 7, so you'd multiply this by positive 7. So let's see. Let's just eliminate our x's. So multiply the top equation by negative 2, because then that's going to make this a negative 10x, which is the opposite of 10. It's going to make this a negative 2, and that's going to make this a negative 18. Now, what happens to the x's? They eliminate. My y is negative 9y, and then this is going to be negative 36. I divide by negative 9, y equals positive 4. Not done yet. I need to take this 4 and plug it in. Let's plug it into the top one. So we've got 5x plus 4, because that's where the y is, equals 9. Subtract. This works out very well because x equals 1. My final is 1, 4. Okay, I want you to go ahead and pause the video and do number 5. Again, it doesn't matter which variable you eliminate, but if you want to stick with me, I'm going to eliminate the x's. Hopefully you pause the video, because now I'm going to move on. Remember, you guys must finish all of these notes and turn them in, and then do your exit ticket. All right, we got y equals 5. Now I'm not done yet. Gotta plug that in. We can go to the top one again. Negative 4x plus 9 times 5. Oh, sorry. Final answer is 9, 5. Give yourself a pat on the back if you got that right. Okay, last one we're gonna do is number 6. Go ahead and pause the video. I'm going to eliminate the y's this time just to switch it up. So go ahead and do that. That's why. This should be a 3. I don't know why I wrote that. All right. There we go. I will check to see your work is done for this and not just copying mine. There is your final answer. Now you may do your exit ticket and turn in your notes. If you have any questions, just ask. Good luck.